My brother tried to trap me into a $20,000 down payment after telling a bank I'd co-sign. I refused. Now his credit's wrecked, the house deal's dead, and everyone still talks about the meltdown he had at dinner. Hey Reddit, I-31 male have been sitting on this one for a while, and I honestly don't know if I handled it right. My family set me up for what looked like a normal dinner, but it turned into something way different, with my brother at the center of it all. I drew a hard line that night, and what followed changed how I look at family, loyalty, and respect. So my phone rings on a Thursday night, and it's my mom. Now normally when she calls, it's quick. Weather talk, how's work, maybe an update on her dog. But this time, she's got that tone. You know the one. Where every word drags out a little longer than it should, like she's trying to sell me something before I even know what it is. She goes, "Honey, you should come over this weekend. We're having a family dinner. It's been too long, and your brother's really excited to see you." Yeah, that last part was the giveaway. Ryan doesn't get excited to see me. Ryan gets excited when there's free beer, when he's center of attention, or when he smells money. If Ryan's name gets dropped before mine, it means there's a catch. Always has been. I ask her what the dinner's for. She dodges it. "Oh, just a nice get-together. Your brother and Sophia are bringing something special. They said they have big news." Big news. Right. The last time Ryan had big news, he was announcing his new business, which turned out to be flipping used sneakers from Goodwill. Before that, it was crypto. Before that, it was energy drinks with his college buddy. You get the picture. So I tell her I'll think about it. She guilt trips me a little. You're his only brother. So I say fine. I'll come by. But my radar's already blaring. I scroll through the old family group chat later that night, mostly out of boredom, and what do I see? Ryan, 2 days ago, typing, "Wait until Jake hears the news. He's gonna love it." Then Sophia drops a little heart emoji. Mom replies, "Can't wait!" And nobody thought to actually tell me what this news is. I screenshot it. Not because I plan on starting drama with it right away, but I like keeping receipts. Ryan's the type of guy who will deny he ever said something even if you've got the audio playing in his face. I start thinking about all the other times Mom's called me to some casual dinner that turned out to be a setup. There was the time Ryan forgot to hire movers, so suddenly I was carrying couches up 3 flights of stairs. Or the time I was invited to Sunday lunch and somehow ended up writing a check for his overdue car insurance because Mom looked at me with those watery eyes and Ryan was promising he'd pay me back next week. Spoiler, never happened. Dad's funeral? Guess who paid the difference the insurance didn't cover? Yeah, not Ryan. So, yeah, I've been down this road before. Friday afternoon, I'm at work, leaning against my truck after wrapping a site inspection, and I tell one of the guys from my crew about it. He just laughs and says, "Bet you a six-pack they're about to hit you for money again." I laugh too, but inside I know he's probably right. Ryan doesn't have big news unless it's bad news for me. Still, a part of me feels like I should go. It's not like I hate my mom. She's just blind when it comes to Ryan. Always has been. He could set the garage on fire, and she'd say he was just experimenting. Meanwhile, if I so much as looked at her wrong as a teenager, I got grounded. So yeah, I say I'll show up. But I make a plan. I'll give it 90 minutes max. If it turns into some circus, I'm out. No drama, no yelling, just walk away. I even park nose out whenever I go over there so I can leave quick if I need to. Learned that trick years ago. That night, I'm tossing the idea around in my head while heating up leftovers. What if this time is different? What if the big news is actually something normal, like Sophia being pregnant, or Ryan getting a legit job for once? Then I remember the time he texted me, "Bro, this is our chance. If you spot me $5,000 now, I'll double it in a month with this new project." That project was him reselling knockoff designer belts on Facebook Marketplace. Yeah, I don't need to get my hopes up. Saturday comes, and I'm still not thrilled about going. I pull on a clean shirt, grab my keys, and stare at myself in the mirror for a second. I've built everything I've got on my own. My truck, my house, my job where I manage a whole crew. Nobody handed me anything. Meanwhile, Ryan's entire adult life has been one long scavenger hunt for other people's wallets. So if this dinner turns into another Jake will fix it moment, I'm ready. I'm not walking into a trap without seeing the teeth this time. I grab my phone, check the screenshot of that group chat again, and send it to myself in an email just to keep it safe. Call it overkill, but I've been burned before. I toss my work boots in the back seat, habit at this point, and head out. And the whole drive over I keep thinking, what's the angle this time? Because with Ryan, there's always an angle. 2. I pull into my mom's driveway around 6. Truck nose out, like I promised myself. First thing I notice is Ryan's car parked front and center like it owns the place. It's some shiny lease he can't actually afford, but he keeps it detailed like a rental he's trying not to get dinged for. I walk up the steps, and through the window I can already hear him talking. Not just talking, but performing. Ryan's voice is always louder than it needs to be, like he's making sure the whole neighborhood knows he's important. Mom opens the door, all smiles. She hugs me quick, and right away she's glancing back into the dining room, nervous energy written all over her face. "You're just in time, honey. We're about to sit down." I step inside, and there he is. Ryan in his button-up shirt, sleeves rolled to show off the cheap watch. Sophia's next to him, sipping water like it's wine. On the chair beside Ryan, I spot it. A fat folder of papers. He's got it tilted away, but I clock it immediately. Mortgage documents? Loan apps? Whatever it is, that's the big news. I don't say anything. Just take it in. The table's already set. Problem is, there's no chair for me. Classic. Everyone's spots are lined up neat, napkins folded just so, and I'm just standing there. Ryan looks up and smirks. "Guess we weren't expecting you to be on time, man." Should have called ahead. I don't bother replying. I grab a chair from the living room and drag it in, legs scraping across the floor, loud enough that the chatter dips for a second. I set it at the end of the table and sit down like nothing happened. Ryan grins wider, like he scored a point. Sophia gives me that polite smile women give when they don't like you, but want to keep things civil. Mom fusses with the napkins and says, "Well, now we're all together. Isn't this nice?" "Yeah, sure. Nice." Dinner starts with small talk. Sophia asks about my job, but it's one of those fake interest questions where she's just setting me up for Ryan's turn to brag. I keep it simple. Work steady, cruise good. Before I can even finish chewing, Ryan jumps in. "I just closed a big deal last week. Took a lot of negotiating, but that's how sales is. High stakes, high rewards." He leans back, stretching so his watch catches the light. I know that move. He's been doing it since high school, showing off whatever shiny thing he begged mom or dad for. I sip my water and let him talk. Sophia chimes in. "We've been looking at neighborhoods too. Gated communities, good schools. You'd be surprised what's on the market right now." Her eyes flick to the folder by Ryan's chair, then back to me. Subtle, but not subtle enough. That folder's their real reason for tonight. Mom's nodding along like it's all so exciting. They've been planning, you know. Very responsible. I almost laugh. Ryan and responsible don't belong in the same sentence. Midway through the salad course, Ryan decides to go on a monologue about cars. He taps his fork on the table and goes, "So yeah, the dealership wanted 10 grand down, but I talked them into half. That's what connections get you. I know enough about leases to catch the lie." He didn't negotiate anything. He just signed whatever would get him out the door that day. But Mom looks impressed, and Sophia beams at him like he's a genius. Then Ryan turns to me. "How's that truck of yours holding up? Must be burning gas like crazy." It's not even a real question. It's a dig. My truck's solid. Older, paid off, reliable. But compared to his shiny lease, it's not flashy. That's the point. "It gets me where I need to go," I say, cutting into my chicken. Simple. Done. For a while, I just sit there listening to them talk over each other about vacations, networking dinners, new gadgets. Ryan makes sure to drop every brand name he can. Sophia mentions some restaurant downtown with a 2-month wait list. I notice Mom keeps glancing at me, like she's waiting for me to chime in or pick up on the hints. But I don't. I let the silence do the work. Every time the folder slides a little closer to the edge of Ryan's chair, I feel the trap tightening. They're waiting for the right moment to spring it, and they want me comfortable before they do. Halfway through dinner, Ryan leans forward, elbows on the table. "Jake, man, it's wild how far you've come. You've got that steady gig, your own house, no debt. Mom was just saying how proud she is." I glance at her, and she gives me a weak smile. That's another setup. They butter you up before they drop the favor. I nod, wipe my mouth with the napkin, and say, "Yeah, it's taken a lot of work." And I mean it. Every hour, every busted knuckle, every night spent stressing payroll instead of sleeping. Ryan's never worked a real 12-hour shift in his life. Then it happens. He pats the folder with a little drum of his fingers. "Speaking of hard work, I think you'll be interested in what Sophia and I have been planning." There it is. The angle. I lean back, fork down, watching. Because whatever's in that folder, it's not just big news. It's a hook, and they're aiming it straight at me. Ryan waits for everyone's attention, like he's about to announce a corporate merger. He slides the folder onto the table and opens it with 2 hands, slow and dramatic, like we're supposed to gasp. "Here it is," he says, flipping the first page toward me. Our future. It's mortgage paperwork, loan terms, property listing sheets, all that. My eyes hit the bolded numbers. Down payment, $30,000. He taps the page with his finger. Sophia and I found a place. Gated community, cul-de-sac, 3-car garage, finished basement. It's perfect. Just what we've been waiting for. Sophia leans in, plastering on her supportive wife face. It's in such a great neighborhood, Jake. The schools, the amenities. We're really lucky we found it. I let the silence sit. No reaction. I've learned that's the best way to smoke out people like Ryan. They expect excitement. When you give them nothing, they start showing their cards faster. Sure enough, Ryan clears his throat and adds, "All we need is some help with the down payment." There it is. Mom gasps softly, like she's hearing it for the first time. I can tell she's not. She's too calm. Her hand goes to her necklace, her nervous tick, and she says, "They've been working so hard on this, Jake. Really planning ahead." I glance at her, then back at the papers. So what's the help part? Ryan doesn't miss a beat. 20 grand, just a boost to get us through. You'd basically be investing in property with us. Win-win. Sophia jumps in, sugary voice turned up to 11. And of course, you'd have a place to stay whenever you wanted. Family always welcome. I almost laugh. My own brother offering me a guest pass in a house I'd be paying for. I sit forward, elbows on the table now, eyes on Ryan. So you're asking me for $20,000? He shakes his head, grinning like I'm being silly. Not asking. It's more like partnering. You're successful. You've got the steady job, no big expenses. We all know you can swing it. Partnering. Nice word swap. Makes it sound like a business deal instead of a handout. Sophia nods enthusiastically. We wouldn't even ask if you weren't doing so well. You've been blessed. I tap the blank cosigner line with my finger. So wait, what is this exactly? You keep calling it an investment or a partnership, but this says cosigner. Which is it? Gift, loan, or me chaining my credit to yours? Ryan laughs nervously, like I'm being difficult. It's all the same, man. Just family helping family. No, I say flat. They're not the same. One's me tossing money into a black hole. The other's me gambling my credit score on you not tanking again. That one hits like a backhand. Blessed. As if the 5 a.m. mornings, the busted knuckles, the overtime, and the years of grinding were just blessings that landed in my lap. I flip a couple of the papers. Everything's half filled. Ryan's name scrawled where it needed to be. Sophia's neat cursive on a few lines, and a blank space where the cosigner section sits wide open. I look up at him. You already told the bank I'd be involved? He chuckles, way too casual. Well, yeah. I told them my brother would back me up. They were cool with it. I mean, come on, who else would it be? That right there tells me everything I need. This isn't a request. It's an ambush. They've already set the pieces up, and I'm supposed to just fall into place. I lean back again, keeping my voice flat. And you think I'm going to hand you 20 grand just like that? Ryan shrugs like it's obvious. You make more than I do. What's 20 grand to you? It's nothing. To us, it's everything. Think of it as family equity. Family equity. He's making up new phrases to dress it up. Mom finally pipes up, voice careful. Jake, honey, he's your only brother. Don't you want him to have a stable home? A real foundation for the future? And there it is. The guilt trip. Pulled out right on schedule. I put the napkin down on the table, staring at the numbers on the form. 45 grand total. Ryan and Sophia probably have 5 or 10 scraped together, max. So they're looking at me like I'm the ATM machine that spits out the rest. Sophia tilts her head, her tone sliding into that fake sweet lane again. We'll pay you back, of course. Once Ryan's commission checks start rolling in, we'll make you whole. It'll just take a little time. I can't help but raise an eyebrow. Like the last time you said you'd pay me back? Ryan laughs, too loud, like I just made a joke. That was different, man. Things were tough then. This is a sure thing. Sure thing. Same phrase he used when he blew 3 grand on crypto in 2018. For a minute, the table goes quiet. Ryan's trying to read me. Mom's twisting her necklace. Sophia's fidgeting with her water glass. They all want me to break the silence first. I don't. I let it stretch. Makes them sweat. Finally, Ryan leans in, lowering his voice like we're conspirators. Look, Jake, this isn't just about us. Mom will be more comfortable too, knowing we're nearby, in a good house. We can host holidays, take care of her as she gets older. It's not just for us, it's for the family. Smart. Tie it to Mom. Make me the bad guy if I say no. I glance at Mom, but she won't meet my eyes. She's in on it, whether she admits it or not. I push the papers back toward Ryan, just a little. Not a no, not a yes, just enough to break the tension. I'll need to think about it. Ryan grins, already acting like it's a done deal. Of course, of course. Just don't take too long. Realtor needs the answer by Friday. We already told him you're in. That makes my jaw tighten. He's not asking. He's telling me. They've already promised my money to someone else. And that's when I know. This isn't just a dinner. This is a setup. A long con. Weeks in the making. And if they think I'm going to roll over for it, they've forgotten who they're dealing with. 4. Ryan takes my silence as a crack in the door. He flips another page in the folder, slides it toward me like I'm supposed to grab a pen. Check this out, man. Closing costs, estimated utilities, HOA fees. It's all lined up. This isn't some half-baked idea. It's real. Sophia nods, folding her hands like she's presenting a church fundraiser. We already met the realtor twice. Lovely guy, super helpful. He thinks it's a great fit for us. I pick up the page, skim it, then drop it back down. And where's your contribution? Ryan smirks. We've got $10,000 saved. It's solid. But with your 20, we'd hit the down payment easy. Realtor said that kind of quick commitment locks the place. Mom chimes in, voice hopeful. See? They've been saving. They're serious about this. I shake my head slowly. 10 grand. For a 30-year-old salesman who brags about bottle service and weekend getaways, that's pocket change. And now he's trying to spin it like it's proof of discipline. Ryan leans back, laces his fingers behind his head. And here's the kicker. He loves that phrase. We already told the bank you're our co-signer. They were thrilled. Said your credit made the numbers look clean. I blink once. You what? He grins wider, like he just pulled off a magic trick. Relax, man. It's no big deal. It's just paperwork until you sign. But the realtor and the bank already know you're backing me. They're expecting you Friday. Sophia jumps in, sugary sweet again. It just made everything easier. Otherwise, we wouldn't even qualify. And you know Ryan deserves this chance. There it is. Not a request. A trap. They didn't invite me to dinner. They invited me to close a deal they already promised on my behalf. I keep my voice even. You told a bank I'd co-sign for you without asking me. Ryan shrugs. Come on, it's family. Who else would I trust? Who else would they trust? You've got the steady job, the house, the credit. I mean, if you won't help your own brother, who will? Mom twists her necklace again, nervous. He's not wrong, Jake. Family helps each other. And it's not like it would hurt you. You're doing so well. I look straight at her. So you knew. She flinches, eyes darting to Ryan, then back to me. I just didn't want to worry you. They were going to explain everything tonight. That sting hits harder than Ryan's arrogance. She wasn't just a bystander. She was part of the setup. Ryan senses the shift and goes harder. Look, we're not asking you to hand over the cash forever. Think of it as temporary. Once my commission checks kick in, you'll get your 20 back, no problem. I snort. Commission checks? Like the last sure thing? Or the one before that? His smile stiffens. This is different. I've got connections now. Big fish. Real clients. Sophia nods like a bobblehead. He's been working so hard. I lean forward, elbows on the table. You remember the car insurance I covered? You remember the rent you promised to pay back in 16? You remember Dad's funeral bill? How much of that did I ever see returned? Ryan's grin falters, just a flicker, but I catch it. That was years ago, man. You're still holding grudges? Not grudges. Receipts. Mom tries to step in, voice shaky. Jake, please. It's your brother's chance at a fresh start. Don't bring up the past. I lock eyes with her. The past is why we're here. He's never learned because you've never made him face it. Every mistake gets covered, every bill gets passed off. And now you want me to take the biggest one yet. Ryan slams his palm on the table. Enough. You think you're better than us? Sitting there with your steady job, your truck, your little savings account? Guess what? None of that means anything without family. I don't flinch. I just sip my water. Sophia leans in, softer now, playing the pity card. Jake, we just want to build a life. A home. It's not like we're asking for a handout. It's an investment. In us. In family. I set the glass down carefully. An investment has returns. Where's mine? Ryan waves it off. You'll get your money back. But more than that, you'll get peace of mind. Knowing your brother finally made it. I laugh once, sharp. Peace of mind? Watching you tank another deal while my credit goes down the drain? That's your pitch? His face goes red. He wasn't expecting pushback this direct. He thought I'd squirm, hesitate, maybe cave under Mom's tears. The room's heavy now. Mom's breathing shallow, Ryan's jaw tight. Sophia clutching Ryan's arm like she's bracing for impact. I sit back, arms crossed. You want $20,000? Earn it. You want a cosigner? Find someone dumb enough to sign their life away. I'm not your bailout. Not anymore. Ryan glares at me, voice low and sharp. You'll regret this. When I'm standing in my house, living the life, you'll be the one on the outside. I stand, napkin dropped on the plate. Better on the outside than chained to your mess. And with that, I know dinner's over. 5. The second I push back my chair, Ryan jumps up like I just challenged him to a fight. His face is red, neck veins showing, hands clenched tight at his sides. You're really gonna walk out on this? He spits. On me? On family? I stay standing, calm. I'm walking out on a scam. Big difference. Sophia's eyes go wide, like I just slapped her. Scam! How dare you? This is our future you're mocking. Ryan has been working so hard. I cut her off with a look. Hard? He's been working hard at finding someone else's wallet to fund his dreams. That's not hard work. That's freeloading. Ryan's chair screeches against the floor as he shoves it back. You think you're so much better, don't you? Just because you got lucky with that job. You think it makes you smarter than me? I almost laugh. Lucky. The word stings more than the yelling, because it tells me exactly how he sees my life, like it was handed to me. Not the years of 5 a.m. alarms, crawling under half-finished structures in freezing weather, managing crews that don't quit when it rains. Just luck. Mom finally snaps, her voice high and panicked. Stop it, both of you. This is supposed to be a nice dinner. I turn to her. You set this up knowing exactly what it was. Don't pretend it's anything else. Her lips tremble. We just thought you could help, just this once. I shake my head. It's never just once. It's been car payments, rent, insurance, funeral costs, and now a house. Every time it's the same. I step in, he disappears, and I never see a dime back. Ryan slams his fist on the table so hard the plates rattle. You're a bitter, selfish piece of... I raise a hand, cutting him off. My voice stays steady. No, I'm done. I'm not your ATM. And the words hang there, sharp and final. Sophia gasps like I cursed in church. How can you say that? After everything Ryan has done for you. That one makes me laugh. Everything Ryan has done for me? Enlighten me. What's he ever done besides cost me money and time? She opens her mouth, shuts it, then looks to Ryan. He's breathing heavy, like a bull ready to charge. Mom starts crying, wiping at her cheeks with her napkin. You don't understand, Jake. You've always been so independent, but Ryan, he just needs a little help. Why can't you see that? I lean forward, hands on the back of my chair. Because I do see it. I've seen it my whole life. Every problem gets smoothed over, every bad decision gets excused, and he never learns. You call it helping. I call it enabling. Ryan steps closer, pointing a finger in my face. You think you're some hero because you pay your own bills? Newsflash. Nobody cares. At the end of the day, family's what matters. And you're proving right now you're not family. I don't flinch. If family means bleeding me dry while you play successful, then no. I'm not your kind of family. His jaw tightens, teeth grinding. Sophia mutters something under her breath about me being jealous, but I ignore her. Mom tries one last angle, her voice cracking. Honey, please, don't let this tear us apart. Ryan just wants a stable home. You could make that possible. I look at her, and it hurts, but I tell her straight. He doesn't want stability, he wants shortcuts, and I'm not paying for them anymore. The room goes quiet, except for Ryan's ragged breathing. Then he explodes. Fine, don't help us. Watch us do it without you. When we're in that house living better than you ever dreamed, you'll be sorry. I grab my jacket off the back of my chair. You've been saying watch me since high school. I'm still waiting. Sophia glares at me, face flushed. You're pathetic. You'll regret embarrassing your own brother like this. I slip the jacket on. I'll regret nothing, except maybe wasting my Saturday night on this circus. Mom sobs into her hands. Ryan looks like he might punch a wall. Sophia whispers something to him, trying to calm him down, but her eyes are daggers aimed at me. I pause at the door, one hand on the frame, and look back just once. You want a house? Earn it. You want respect? Earn that too. Stop expecting me to hand it over. Ryan snarls something I can't even make out, but I don't care. I walk out. The night air hits me, cool and steady, like the only sane thing I've felt in the last 90 minutes. My truck's right where I left it, nose out, ready to roll. And for the first time in a long time, I feel lighter. 6. I unlock the truck, toss my jacket on the passenger seat, and just as I'm about to climb in, I hear the front door slam. Heavy footsteps pound down the driveway. Ryan. His voice cuts through the night like a siren. Don't you walk away from me. I don't even turn around at first. I know that tone. He's running hot, looking for a scene. When I finally glance over my shoulder, he's storming across the driveway, Sophia trailing behind in her heels, half crying, half yelling. You think you can just embarrass me in front of Mom? Ryan shouts. You think this is over? I slide into the driver's seat, but before I can close the door, his car screeches into gear. He yanks it out of the driveway and swings it sideways, blocking the nose of my truck. Headlights flood across my windshield, blinding bright. So much for a clean exit. I step back out, phone already in my hand. Move the car, Ryan. He plants himself in front of it, chest puffed, arms wide like he's about to start a wrestling match in the middle of the cul-de-sac. Sophia clings to his arm, whispering frantically, but he shakes her off. You're not part of this family anymore, he yells. You made your choice. You're dead to us. I snap a quick photo of his car blocking mine, plate number and all. He flinches like I just threw a punch. What the hell are you doing? Documenting, I say calmly, in case I need to call the cops. Blocking someone's vehicle, that's harassment. His face twists. You wouldn't. Try me. Sophia tries to play mediator, her voice quivering. Jake, please, don't make this worse. We can talk about it. Maybe you can help just a little. I cut her off. You conned me once tonight. You don't get another shot. Ryan steps closer, finger jabbing the air. You're nothing without this family. You'll die alone in that crappy house of yours while I'm living big. And when Mom needs help, don't come crawling to me. That one almost makes me laugh. Crawling to him? He can't even scrape together a car payment without crying about it. I hold up the phone again. Last warning. Move the car or I call the cops. Your choice. For a second, it looks like he's going to swing. His fists clench, his shoulders twitch, eyes darting like he's daring me to react. Then, from across the street, a porch light flicks on. A neighbor steps out, holding a leash with his dog. He stares at the scene unfolding like it's a late-night TV show. The guy squints across the street and calls out, Everything all right over there? Ryan freezes for a second, caught like a kid with his hand in the cookie jar. Then the neighbor shakes his head. Man, pay your own damn bills and quit hassling him. Ryan's face goes crimson. Sophia gasps, mortified. I just smirk. Nothing worse for Ryan than being called out by a stranger. Finally, he storms back to his car, slams the door, and jerks it into reverse. The tires squeal as he peels off down the street. Sophia's voice trails after him, shrill and panicked, but he doesn't stop. The neighbor waves at me, mutters, Sorry, didn't mean to get in your business. Just looked like you needed backup. I nod. You're good. Thanks. He disappears inside, porch light clicks off, leaving the street dark again. I climb back into my truck, but before I can start it, my phone buzzes. It's Mom. Against my better judgment, I answer. Her voice is shaky, broken. Jake, please, don't leave things like this. He's just upset. You know how he is. I pinch the bridge of my nose. He's 30. That's just how he is, stopped being an excuse a long time ago. She sniffles. We didn't know how else to ask you. Things have been hard. Ryan lost hours at work. Sophia's been stressed. And my medical bills. There it is. The next angle. Medical bills? I ask. You've been telling me you're fine. It's just some tests, she says quickly. Insurance covered most of it. But you know how the extras add up. I thought maybe you could... I cut her off, sharper than I mean to. If you have real bills, show me the paperwork and I'll help you directly. But I'm not funneling money through Ryan. Not happening. Silence on the line. Then a quiet, broken, he's your brother. No, I say firmly. He's a grown man who refuses to act like one. There's a difference. I end the call before she can guilt me further. My hands are steady as I start the truck. Ryan wanted to play intimidation, but he walked away humiliated, exposed in front of a neighbor, and with nothing to show for it. Driving home, the whole mess replays in my head. The paperwork, the setup, the guilt trips, the meltdown in the driveway. Every move was designed to pin me in a corner, and every move failed. For once, I didn't bend. And that feeling? That's lighter than air? 7, Ryan and Sophia never got the house. The realtor stopped returning their calls once the lender flagged their file. Word around town was their credit report looked like a car crash. His shiny lease got yanked back within 60 days. I drove by Mom's one afternoon and saw him pulling up in some beat-up sedan. No more bragging rights, no more flashing a watch at every chance. And the best part? None of it was my problem. Meanwhile, my life kept moving forward. I poured my focus into work, lined up 2 new contracts, and had my crew working steady. Every week felt like progress, like bricks stacking higher instead of crumbling. Then, out of nowhere, I got a LinkedIn notification. Guess who? Ryan. The same guy who screamed at me in the driveway, telling me I wasn't family. Now he was open to work and trying to connect. I didn't even click accept. Just sat there staring at the screen for a second, shaking my head. My crew had a laugh when I told them. One of the guys said, "Guess he finally figured out freeloading isn't a skill set." Mom kept calling here and there, but the tone shifted. No more setups, no more mystery dinners, just small coffee meetups. She'd show up with a thermos, sometimes even a bag of muffins she baked. It was like she was trying to show she could give without expecting something back. One morning, she told me she'd picked up extra hours at the bookstore, said the manager liked how she reorganized the history section. She sounded proud. Not in a fake way, not in a look at Ryan way. Proud of herself. That felt different. And honestly, it felt good. Ryan's updates came secondhand through Mom. He and Sophia were renting some small place across town. No gated community, no three-car garage. From what I heard around town and from a quick glance at her Instagram, Sophia had dialed down her posts. No more designer bags, no vacation selfies. Instead, it was shots of home-cooked dinners and hiking trails. Mom once asked me if I'd be open to talking with him. I told her, when he's ready to be honest, he knows where to find me. She didn't push it. I think she finally understood the difference between setting boundaries and holding grudges. The biggest change came in the everyday stuff. I wasn't carrying their weight anymore. That cloud of obligation, that feeling I had to be the fixer, was gone. My money stayed my money. My credit stayed clean. My energy went into people who actually respected me. One Saturday, I had the guys from work over, plus a couple of old friends. We grilled in the backyard, nothing fancy, burgers, hot dogs, a cooler of sodas. Mom showed up with a tray of homemade rolls. She laughed at the dumb stories, helped set out plates, and didn't hover or guilt trip. Watching her sit there, relaxed, part of the group instead of the referee for Ryan's drama, that hit me harder than I expected. It felt like the family I'd been chasing all those years, but without the strings attached. As the sun went down, I sat on the porch with a plate in my lap, listening to the chatter from the yard. Real laughter. Not the fake kind people use to keep up appearances. Real stories. Not bragging sessions. And it hit me. This was what family should have been. Not obligations, not traps, not guilt. Just people showing up because they wanted to, not because they wanted something. Mom leaned over, nudged me with her elbow, and said softly, "I'm glad we're here." For once, I believed her. Ryan? He's still out there, probably cooking up the next big news. But that's his problem now. He tried to rope me in with guilt and entitlement, and when it didn't work, his world collapsed on itself. That's on him. I've got my crew, my friends, and a mom who's finally starting to see me instead of just leaning on me. Blood might make you related, but respect, that's what makes you family. YouTube just dropped this new hype feature. If you're hooked on this story, smash that hype button. It tells YouTube this video deserves to blow up, and it keeps even crazier stories coming your way.